Good evening. Good evening. All right. It's a pleasure for me to be with you today, and I'm honored and humbled to be standing here as your chairman. I'd be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone for your support and words of encouragement during my first 15 months in office. Time went by very quick. Holding elected office is a public trust. And so in that spirit, I'd like to thank the people of Clayton County who entrusted me with this opportunity to serve in this position. Before I speak about the state of our economy, I would like to acknowledge some of my colleagues in attendance tonight. And I see Michael Edmondson, Commissioner Edmondson. I don't know if any of my other board members are here, but let's give Commissioner Edmondson a round of applause. Thank you for being here. Many aspects of county government fall under the leadership of other elected officials, such as prosecutors, judges, and constitutional officers. As these officials stand, please join me in showing our support and appreciation for what they do every day. Clayton County is also blessed with a great educational system. I don't care what the media says. We have bright students, talented athletes, go Jonesboro High Boys State Championship team. And we have the best teachers and administrators in the state. Please give them a round of applause as they stand. Clayton County's 7 cities are important partners in serving our communities. And we have a great group of mayors. Not only mayors, but city council people serving all of our citizens. Would all city officials and staff please stand and be acknowledged? Other county legislative delegation, or our county legislative delegation has been working hard under the Gold Dome, working hard for Clayton County. And I know you're busy, and I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be here tonight. Would you please stand and be acknowledged as well? I know it's a lot of claps, but it's worth it. Just work with me a little bit on it. The Board of Commissioners wouldn't get much done without the support of our staff and employees. If you are an employee of Clayton County, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. If you ever called my office looking for an appointment or to talk to me, you probably spoke with my assistant, the best assistant in the world, Miss Beverly McMicken, and she's in the back there. Raise your hand, put a name with a face. Lastly, I have to thank my family, to my wife, Darlene, and our children. Thank you all for your unwavering love and support. Would y'all stand? I'm also thankful that God blessed me with a great father. You know, Bradley was talking about a great role model. I had one of those. I have one of those. I'm sorry, Pops, you're not going anywhere yet. Hey, brother and sisters and other relatives and family members, would y'all please stand? During my swearing-in ceremony, I told a story about a lady who was given a second chance in life. The story bears repeating, so if you would afford me a little latitude, let me repeat the story. There was a woman who had a near-death experience, but was given a second chance at life. Before being sent back to life, an escort showed the woman a large and beautiful banquet hall. The table was appointed with the richest and most delicious food. Yet each of the guests were gaunt and skeletal in appearance. The air was pierced by the sounds of the sad moans and tortured pain. Looking closely, the woman could see that each of the guests had spoons with long handles, longer than their arms, too long to feed themselves. The woman thought, this is hell. She was taken to another great hall, just like the first. There she heard laughter, and all the guests at the table were happy. This was because each person took the spoon with the long handle to serve and feed each other. This was heaven. I repeated this story to tell you that during the past year, our county and city officials have been doing just that, feeding each other for the betterment of all our citizens. Now, that doesn't mean we always agree with one another, but we make a concerted effort to talk through any issues and often come up with solutions and/or compromises. As a county, we are moving forward. Since taking office January 1st, 2013, your county government has had a number of major accomplishments. The information booklet that you have contains a listing of those accomplishments. I want to be vigilant of everyone's time, but I also want to make sure that you are aware of what's going on within your county government. But it's also important to note that none of these accomplishments have been achieved by accident. They all happen by design. They are a result of the decisions we have made together. We have chosen to invest in education, sustainability, and public health. We have chosen to seek innovation and creative solutions to challenges. And those investments and choices are today paying dividends. We do this not for the sake of innovation itself, but with a purpose based on our shared values. We do not settle for just adequate or functional. We strive to improve every day. You, the residents and business leaders of Clayton County, demand excellence and smart decisions. You want us to innovate, and I, along with our dedicated employees, rise each day committed to meeting and exceeding your expectations. We pay attention to the needs of our private sector and have created a business-friendly environment. We as a county make the right investments in education, open space, and infrastructure, thereby creating thriving, sustainable communities. Through our choices and our decisions, we have created a better Clayton County. This year has provided us with several unexpected challenges, such as legislation that adversely affects our tax digest, a hospital in need of financial relief, and an aging infrastructure. These challenges and others is a reminder to us that the work we do is not just for ourselves, but for our children. So when we are creating a better and greater Clayton County, we are creating opportunity not just for ourselves, but for those who come after us. By our actions, we ensure that our children grow and thrive in a safe and nurturing environment. Clayton County is a great county with great opportunity. And isn't that really what we need to ensure for those who will live and work in our county in the future? The opportunity to get a good education, to earn a good living, to live in a safe, vibrant, and attractive community, to build a business, to be involved, and to have available services and amenities for a well-rounded life. So what does it take to see that opportunity exist here in the future? The good news is that we already have all the necessary ingredients for Clayton County's future success. Great location, safe communities, great schools, and our workforce, just to mention a few. For us to take advantage of our full potential for growth, we must have a strong, strategic economic development plan. In June of 2013, The Board of Commissioners adopted the Clayton County Economic Development Strategic Plan. Since its adoption, the county and cities have held roundtables to discuss execution and ownership across the county. The Director of Economic Development, in collaboration with the Chief Operating Officer and stakeholders from each city, have prioritized the initiatives of the strategic plan as follows. Priority number 1, improve the internal and external image of Clayton County. We have an image problem, or at least a perceived image problem. People's perception of Clayton County isn't who we are. We have a lot of great things happening here, and we can't let the media or naysayers define who we are. We, the citizens, have to be Clayton's best ambassadors and stop allowing people to talk badly about us. And to be honest, some of us need to stop bashing our own county as well. Clayton County has issues and challenges just like every other county. But instead of always looking at what's not right, we need to look at what is right and all of the positive things happening in our county. We have the best water system in the nation, if not the world. Our children are excelling in academics and sports. Clayton State University is doing great things. And not to mention, we are ideally located to the south of Atlanta with the world's busiest airport in our backyard. Now, I just threw that out just in case somebody's having a hard time trying to figure out what's so great about Clayton County. Priority number 2, refine targeted industry sectors for business recruitment. We need to recruit more businesses that are going to be an asset to Clayton County. We need businesses that are going to make us shine and bring with it good paying jobs. However, let me say this. We all want more businesses to move into our county, but I don't want businesses to move here just for the sake of it. I want businesses that are going to be community partners, businesses that are environmentally friendly and add value to our community and not detract from it. Let me take a moment here. This morning, myself and Mayor Day went to a ribbon cutting at a place called Wings on Wheat. It's a restaurant, and it's a unique name. And let me also say, we have a great Chamber of Commerce. They do an excellent job. Where's Yolanda Buford and her staff? Excellent job. Thank you for being here in Clayton County. The owner of that establishment during his comments said, I live in Clayton County and proud to be here. He said, I put my business here because I want to give back to this county. And not only do I want to have a business, but I want to be involved and engaged in this community. That's the type of business that I want in Clayton County. Priority number 3, the importance of entrepreneurship and small businesses in Clayton County. Clayton County was built on the back of small businesses, the mom and pop stores, and they play a vital role in our future and in the success of our county. We, the citizens, must be supportive of our businesses, large and small. They are counting on us to help them to be successful, and trust me when I say their success is our success. Therefore, we must be aggressive with our economic development program, but we must also be fundamentally attractive to businesses in the future. We have to renew and reinforce our efforts to ensure that Clayton County is and remains business friendly, not just to large firms, but also to small businesses. In recent years, we have seen a number of businesses leave Clayton County, which has a direct effect on our economy. Right, Mr. Baskin? In our effort to retain businesses, we must not only be business friendly, but we must find out why businesses are leaving in the first place. Therefore, by the end of the summer, I plan to create a committee of business owners to discuss retention issues and how we can attract more businesses. For me, it's very important to involve them in our efforts because business owners can offer their perspective on what it takes to be successful in our county. Now, even though businesses are leaving, we are also attracting new businesses. To support that claim, here are 5 of the top major economic development deals over the last 15 months. H.H. Gregg. H.H. Gregg is building an $18 million new state-of-the-art distribution center in Ellenwood. They broke ground last month, and they hope to be open by year's end. By working with them to find another location in Clayton County to relocate for future expansion, we were able to retain nearly 100 jobs and prevent the company from moving out of Clayton County. Duke's Company. They are spending $7 million to renovate an existing industrial plant just south of the airport. They will create approximately 20 new jobs over the next few years. The company recycles asphalt shingles into a usable building product, which prevents millions of pounds of construction waste from entering the landfill each year. Briggs Company. Briggs is an $8 million company, new regional sales and operations center for major materials handling. They brought with them nearly 100 jobs to Clayton County, and they will be hiring another several dozen over the next 12 to 24 months. Porsche North America. The Porsche project is another $100 million new North American headquarters operations center that broke ground mid last year. They are expected to open by the end of this year. Their customer experience track will attract visitors and drivers from around the world. Visitors will have an opportunity to drive their precision vehicles in simulated road conditions such as snow, rain, ice, and sand. And God knows we need to learn how to drive in snow and ice. The campus will include a museum, a visitor center, and a restaurant. Approximately 400 people will work there, including 100 new jobs. Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser committed $45 million for the major expansion of the Southwood Comprehensive Medical Complex. They added another 75,000 new square feet and the creation of several new jobs. So as you can see, we are a growing county with great opportunities. And with the redevelopment in Forest Park of Fort Gillum, you'll see a number, probably several thousands of new jobs coming just to that development alone. Now, I would like to quickly mention another issue that our county is faced with when it comes to economic development and growth, and that is the lack of a transit system. For us to have a sustainable economic growth, in my opinion, we need a transit system. Not everyone has a reliable form of transportation to get to work, shop, doctor visits, or even to school. As the number of jobs grow in our county and the retail business starts to pick up, business owners, before relocating to Clayton, they'll want to know if their employees and or customers will have a way to reach their business. Although a transit system is badly needed in our county, we must move forward cautiously so that we don't make the same mistakes that led to the closing of C-Tran in 2010. We want to move expeditiously but cautiously. Recently, the Board of Commissioners approved a contract for a feasibility study to be conducted to assess the transit needs of our county. Now, I have personally received several calls asking why are we conducting a feasibility study? Well, the answer is because the Federal Transit Authority advised us that for us to be considered for any kind of federal funding, that we would have to conduct a feasibility study first. So let's keep it real. The more money we have to use from the federal government on transit, the less we will have to come up with out of our own coffers. So, the feasibility study should be back by the end of the year, and the outcome of the study will be made available to the public. At that point, should the board decide to move forward with reestablishing the transit system, we will consider all of the options presented to us to make sure that the system that we choose best fits the needs of all of our citizens. So when we think about the state of our economy here in Clayton County, we should be concerned, especially with businesses leaving and sales tax collections down. But despite that, I am happy to report that our county is actually in pretty good financial shape, despite having the hardships that we are confronted with. Our budget this year, while lean, makes a significant down payment on my ongoing promise. Whenever existing county government functions don't reflect the world we now live in, we will change. Our local economy is growing, home prices are strengthening, and unemployment is lower than what it was a year ago. But let me give you a snapshot of our financial situation as it is today. Over the past year, Clayton County maintained a strong AA rating from Moody's Investor Services and a AA rating from Standard & Poor's Rating Services. Over the county continues also to invest in public safety, with more than $74 million budgeted in this area, representing 42.6% of the total general fund. Also, for fiscal year 2013, the county received both the Distinguished Budget CAFRA, which is the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report Award, presented by the Government Finance Officers Association. During 2013, the county transitioned to a third-party EMS collection system, which improved our medical building collection rate. Also, the county continues to maintain a strong and stable financial position, with county reserves increasing from $51.9 million in fiscal year 2012 to $54 million in fiscal year 2013. The county continues also to complete the 2004 SPLOST projects, with 64.1% of parks and recreation projects completed and 70% of transportation projects completed as well. Despite collections for the 2009 SPLOST being $26 million under original estimates, projects continue to be initiated and completed, and a list of those projects are included within your packets. The county has overcome a 4-year period where the tax digest averaged an average of 8.39% decrease. Yet the fund balance increased each of those 4 years due to budgetary controls. Lastly, when it comes to our employees, our most prized assets. Yes, please give them. I know you are underpaid and work hard for the citizens of Clayton County each and every day. So I want each and every one of you to know that when preparing this year's budget, the finance director and I will be taking a real strong look at all options available for us to give you a raise if possible. So employees know that the Board of Commissioners appreciate your commitment and dedication to serving our citizens and recognize that you are one of the reasons that Clayton County is so great. Let's please give them a better round of applause. So as you can see, we have our challenges, but I feel that your Board of Commissioners have been good stewards of your money and are making decisions that will make Clayton County financially sound now and in the future. As we look forward, we will be focused on the vital services of the county. We are focused on what our citizens need right now. We are focused on creating a safe community The future we choose is one where we are a thriving metropolitan network that still has a small town feel. To me, that means the future we choose is one where community means more to our residents than simply sharing a common commuting pattern. The future we choose is one where opportunity is available to all our residents to be happy, safe, and secure for themselves and their families if they reach out and grab it. The future we choose is one where government services and an economic framework join as an interconnected network that supports individual initiative rather than gets in the way. Let me be clear. To secure the future we choose, we must act responsibly today so that we will have a bright future tomorrow. Because of the strong financial foundation we're building together, we are not helpless spectators of the events and circumstances shaping our future. Together, we act to shape the future we choose. But what is the future we choose? The future we choose is one with important community assets, arts and cultural facilities, museums, parks, trails, and other activities for residents and visitors. Places where families and friendships flourish and are well cared for today, so our children and grandchildren may enjoy them tomorrow. In conclusion, I want to thank my fellow commissioners for their hard work and attention to the needs of the citizens of Clayton County. I appreciate what each of you brings to the table, and I thank you for your service. I asked residents to elect me as county chairman because I wanted to work with them to shape the future. A future where the opportunity to succeed is available to all our kids if they are willing to work for it. It's a future where Clayton County successfully competes in a global economy and where a good paying job is available to our kids and grandkids right here in Clayton County. The future is hurtling towards us. 2014 must be a year when we recognize that as a metropolitan network, we are actors, not subjects. We have everything we need: assets, experience, and values. These things will ensure an even brighter future in Clayton County. Thank you for allowing me to be your chairman and for coming out this evening. May God continue to bless our citizens, your businesses, in Clayton County. Thank you.